Hi and welcome back to my metal shaping YouTube channel. On this video I'm going to show you how to bend the flange, and this is a sample. I'm not going to do the whole door skin because the door skin is too big to do by myself to hold here in the bead roller. So I'm going to do it in a sample, and then I'm going to use a new tool that I've actually had for years, but I haven't used it much, but just last week I thought, maybe I should give that a try and see if it worked. And I thought it was made for newer cars that is thinner metal, so it couldn't handle 1 millimeter thick sheet metal, but it could, and it actually made it really, really nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a sample piece, how I bend the flange, the setup in the bead roller, and then I'm going to use that tool to fold it over as a ham. So let's start with that in the bead roller. So I set up the dies in the bead roller. So you have seen this combination before. The narrow flat die here is using that as a spacer, and then I'm using one of the flame dies in the middle and a narrow flat one here. That means that the flame die here, I'm using that as a guide. And then on the top I'm using a sharp die. And I want the sharp one to fold the flange on, because it's if this is a little round and I'm using that to bend the flange, I can bend the flange, but to fold it around it's really difficult, because a round die makes the ham round in the bend, and it's hard work for no reason. But if I'm using the sharp one here, I can use that and use a little more pressure, so I make an increase in the metal, so where it bends it's actually much thinner, and it makes it so much easier to fold around the skin, and it doesn't crack or anything. I mean, if you really crank this down hard, yes, you can cut the metal, but that's not what we're going to do. So this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to run a test piece here now. So I'm going to run that flange now. So I set the dies so they're touching, and then I go down a little bit more. So I got a little increase in the metal, so the metal is a little thinner. And then I pay attention to the guide there, and I hold it there all the time. And take your time when you bend this up. If you bend it too quick, it will be a radius even with a sharp die. So take several times to bend it up, and it will be more crisp. And each time you're bending it up a little bit more. So if I have this degree now, then I continue that degree all the time. Don't lift it up more and more on the way you go. Took me a while to figure that out too, because I wasn't happy with the result. So one more time after this one, and I'm up to 90 degrees. Then I'm going to change the dies. There we go. So now it's a little bit round there, but I think that's going to go away when we do the final. I could probably have used a little more pressure to make a little more increase in the metal, but it is what it is. I think it will work. So here is a close-up of the next dies that I'm using. So I'm using the same die on the top, but a 55 degree on the bottom. That means that when I run it in here, I can lift the panel up even more, and because this is not flat, it's flat in an angle, and it will bend the flange more, so I can use the air tool. So let's bend this one. So I don't have a guide now, so now I need to be a little careful here now. So I'm going the same track. So I'm standing above the line, and I go small steps here. And lifting up my hands a little more, and it's a little even harder to see. And of course, if this is a big door skin, you need to have somebody to help you, and slower speed. Go slow so you have control over it. So now you see that I can go all the way up. That's what we have now, and I think the air tool will take it from there. So let's go to the table and I can show you the next step. So I'm over to the table here now, and I clamp this piece in one of my self-adjustable vice grips, and then I'm going to use this tool. So I hope you can see that there. So this one goes up and down, and I can fold this flange all the way around. That's it. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what it looks like there, but I'm really happy with the result, and so quick compared to the hammer and the dolly. There you can see a close-up of what it looks like. But I'm really happy with the result there. It's important to keep this so this doesn't slide out. I have done it on a 3-window coupe, and I put the sheet metal screw in the middle here, so when it was all the way in, and then I could do this part, take the screw out, and then continue. But that's what it looks like there. I'm going to zoom in on the tool that I used, so you can see that on the table, so you can find it online if you need to. There you can see the air tool, and this part of the tool go up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's I don't know what you call it, the wedge or whatever, and it folds the flange over. You can also adjust this plastic here. It sits on the wedge there, and you have 2 screws here, so you can adjust it if you want a little more tight or a little more loose. So that is really handy. And it seems like it's a quality tool as well. I don't see anything that is some cheap stuff. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to zoom in the name on it, so you can see that as well. There you can see the tag for it. So you can find that on eBay, or I think you even can find it on Amazon, but you can definitely find it online. And here you can see the sample that I did, and here you can see the result on this side, and I can hold it there so you can see that as well. I really like this tool. I thought it was meant for newer cars, and it is, but I didn't thought it would be strong enough for 1 millimeter thick steel, but it is, and it works great. So that's what I had for today's videos, this air tool that can help you a lot to do better job and quicker job, and if you do it for a business you can make some more money too, and the result is really good. The reason why I did it on a test piece like this is that I can't hold the door skin by myself in the bead roller. I need a helper to help me to do that. If you want more information about my metal shaping hands-on classes, step 1 and step 2, or books and DVDs, go to www.lazzemetalshaping.com. Thank you for watching.